Hello everybody. In the previous video, we spoke about conversion of length, area and volume. Today we'll continue. Today we'll speak about mass conversion and also about time conversion. Oh, the steps of the time conversion are too much. For the mass conversion, the biggest unit of measuring mass is the ton. How heavy is the ton? Like your car. You cannot carry your car. It's about 2 tons. Oh. In our life, we know about kilogram in the daily life. What is measured in kilogram in our daily life? For example, fruit, vegetables. You can buy 2 kilograms of oranges, for example, 1 kilogram of apple, but you cannot buy 1 ton of oranges. It's very heavy. So 1 ton is 1,000 kilogram. Okay, what's the unit of measuring which is less than the kilogram? It is the gram. In our daily life, we use the gram? Yes, of course. For example, if you need to buy jewelry, you go to the jewelry and you ask, how many tons is this ring, please? He will tell you how many tons. Oh, I'm sorry. How many kilograms is this ring, please? He will tell you how many kilograms. It's not that heavy. It's measured in grams. Yes. If you need to buy a ring, an earring, bracelet, necklace, you buy it in gram. You ask about its mass in gram. We spoke about the kilogram, the word kilo as a language. Kilo, remember? Kilometer, 1,000 meter. Kilogram, 1,000 gram. Kilowatt, 1,000 watt. Kilojoule, 1,000 joule. Kilo monkey, 1,000 monkey. So 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams. This is about conversion, mass conversion. Now, there is a unit of measuring mass which is less than the gram. We call it milligram. Before, in the previous video, we spoke about the language. Milli is 1 part out of 1,000 parts of the gram. So when you convert from gram to milligram, you just multiply it by 1,000. We still remember big to small multiply and small to big divided by. Big to small multiply and small to big divided by. So now let's take some examples. 5.8 tons equals how many kilograms? Yes, who can say it? Yes, you just multiply by 1,000. The decimal point will move forward, 1, 2, 3. We'll put here a 0, 2 zeros. So it will be 5,800 kilograms. Okay, let's now convert milligram to kilogram. You want to convert it into kilogram. From milligram to kilogram, you are skipping a step. Here, first you divide by 1,000 to convert it from milligram to gram. And from gram to kilogram, you divide by another 1,000. So you are dividing by 1 million. Yes, 1 million, which is 6 zeros. Now we divide by 1 million. Remember to leave a gap. From the right hand side, 3 zeros, then a gap. Don't put a comma, and then another gap and put the 1. So, where is the decimal point? It's at the end, it's invisible. It's like a full stop. You go backward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here is a 0, here is the point, here is a 0. How to write it? It is 0.0217. Yes, 21,700 milligrams. When you divide it by 1,000, does it make sense to be 0.0217? Yes, it does. We count 6 places. When you divide, the value gets smaller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you put the 0, and there is an extra 0 before the 2. Now we take another example for mass conversion. Okay, let's convert from ton to gram. 0.0038 ton. Where is the ton? Here is the ton. Where is the gram? Here is the gram. You will skip a step. So you will multiply by 1,000. No, it's not 1,000. It's 1,000,000. Leave a gap, as I told you, and then you will move forward and count 6 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Here are extra zeros, so it will be 3,800 grams. If you multiply by 1,000 and by 1,000, you just stick the zeros beside each other. They are 6 zeros. So when you multiply by 1,000,000, you move the decimal point forward to make the number bigger. It will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 3,800 grams. Let's go to time conversion. What is the biggest unit to measure time? Of course, you know the century. There is a century, yes, but I start with the year. And also there is the decade. We can speak about these two. Okay, let's start because the steps are getting much more. 1 year is having 12 months. So everyone knows this, that 1 year is having 12 months. What are the months? Jan, Feb, March, up till December. And one month is having how many days? No, let's speak about weeks first. 1 month is having 4 weeks, nearly, approximately 4 weeks. 1 week is 7 days. Everyone knows this. And 1 day is 24 hours. 1 hour is 60 minutes. And 1 minute is 60 seconds. There is something which is not accurate. This highlighted value, the 4, it's not accurate. Because simply, if 1 month is having 4 weeks and 1 week is having 7 days, it means that if you multiply 4 by 7, it means that all months are having 28 days, which is wrong. You know this. You can see my picture. Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. 1 bone up, it's 31 days. One like a valley down, it's 30 days. Or in case of February, it is the exceptional month in the year. February could be 28 days, and every 4 years it is 29 days. Because of February, the year sometimes it is 365 days, And every 4 years, it is 366 days. You know about the leap year and the compound year. So it is not accurate to say that 1 month is 4 weeks. Precisely, no, it's not 4 weeks. So I don't prefer to use the steps like that. I prefer to make a big jump from year to day directly, from year to day directly, and we write the famous number, which is the common number of days. It is 365 days. Let's highlight it in yellow. 1 year is 365 days. This is in all math questions. It is generic. Okay? And after that, 1 day is 24 hours, and 1 hour is 60 minutes, and 1 minute is 60 seconds, as we wrote before. This is the time conversion, and I'll give you now some questions about it. Let's see who can answer. Two weeks is how many hours? So you have to multiply this 2 by 1 week is having how many days? 7 days. And 1 day is having how many hours? 24 hours. So you are jumping from a week to an hour. You multiply by 7 and multiply also by 24. So it is 2 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 24. The answer will be 336 hours. Now let's convert from a minute to a day. Now 4,320 minutes are how many days? From minutes to days, you are going up. Let's sing it. Big to small, multiply, and small to big, divided by. So now you're dividing by 60, and then you are dividing by 24. Okay, so 4,320. 4,320, you just divide it by 60, and the answer you will divide it by 24. Let's go. Divide it by 60, and then divide your answer by 24. It will be just 3 days. Oh, 3 days are having 4,000 and something minutes. We finished about time conversion, and now we have to merge time with length. What does it mean? It's speed. Speed is the rate of change of distance with respect to time. Speed is the rate of change of distance with respect to time. Now let's speak about speed. Here's the famous triangle. It's the golden triangle. Here is distance, here is speed, here is time. And if you multiply speed by time, you get distance. Ta-da-da! If you need to find time, you click on time, on the button of time. Din! It is distance divided by speed. If you need to find the speed, you click on the button speed. Din! It is distance divided by time. What are the most famous units of measuring speed? We measure speed in kilometer per hour. We measure speed in meter per second. And we can find other units of measuring, like meter per minute, kilometer per minute. It can be. Now, I need to remind you about two things I promised to say about time, that 1 century is 100 years. We need to speak about the decade. One decade is 10 years. Okay, now let's go back to speed. Speed is having a little problem, not a big problem. Everything can be solved. Math is fun. Everything in math can be solved. No big problems. We have everything nice and easy. So we have here, let's have an example. Example 1. Convert 9 kilometers per hour into meter per second. I want to tell you something. What is per? Per means divide. What is per? Per means divide. Let's write it. This per, it means divide. So we'll write it as 9 kilometers per hour, per 1 hour. This is the easiest and simplest way ever to convert speed, which is having a numerator and a denominator. Numerator is having distance. Denominator is having time. Okay? So this kilometer, 9 kilometers, you need to convert it into meter. Okay, you remember kilometer to meter, kilometer, meter, 3 zeros, 2 zeros, 1 zero. Big to small, multiply, and small to big, divided by. So from kilometer to meter, also I'm reminding you about the word kilo, which expresses 1,000. Kilometer, 1,000 meter. You just multiply the numerator by 1,000 to become meter. What about the denominator? Denominator, it's an hour. And hour, you need to convert it to second. Let's go back. From hour to second, you multiply by 60 and multiply by another 60 because you're skipping the minutes. From hour to minute, multiply by 60. From minute to second, multiply by another 60. So it's multiplied by 60 and multiply by another 60. Now it is measured in seconds. There is a button in the calculator which expresses fractions, and we don't need to click the brackets. No need to open brackets or close. This button, which can you see the picture of the calculator? This button, which is having a box and above another box. You just click it, and up you just write 9 times 1,000 and go down with the cursor. It is 1 multiplied by 60 multiplied by 60. What's the need of the 1? The 1 is invisible. I just write it because I need to multiply what by 60? Shall I write a 0? Of course not. So you write equal. It will become 2.5 meters per second. Da da da. And then we'll take another example. Example 2. Now we need, there's like a word problem. The distance is 1.5 kilometer, and given that the time of the journey is 20 minutes, and he wants you to find the speed in kilometer per hour. So distance is already in kilometer, but the time is not in hour. Distance is in kilometer, yes, but the time is what? In minute. So I need to make the same thing, which is numerator and denominator. What do you need to find? It's the speed. Yes, you just click on the button of the speed. Ding! Here's the button of the speed. It is distance divided by time. So you'll write distance equals, speed is distance divided by time. The distance is 1.5 kilometers. Please write it in the units of measuring. In math and in physics, this is my advice to you. Whenever you write any relation, write it in full details. You will never make a mistake. So divided by time, the time will be 20 minutes, but you need to put it in hour. So kilometer is already, it's already given, but for the minute you have to divide, let's go back. From minute to hour, it is small to big divided by how much? 60. So we divide by 60, it will become an hour. Now let's do it on the calculator. Either you open brackets and you write divide, or you use this button, the magic button, which no need for brackets to use it. So 1.5, and you write down 20 divided by 60. It's equal to 4.5 kilometers per hour. This is how to convert speed. If you need another example, let's go to example number 3. We need to convert 6 meters per second into kilometer per hour. Let's go. We write 6 kilometers. This is the speed. It is 6 kilometers. What's per? Per means what? Divide. Divide by what? 1 second. I need this one. This number 1. Okay? We want to convert it from meter. We want to convert it from meter per second into kilometer per hour. From meter to kilometer. Only consider the distance now, which is the numerator. 6 meter to convert it to kilometer, it is small to big divided by 1000. So it will be measured in kilometer now. Yes, kilometer, 1000 meter. But small to big divided by even denominator. From second to hour, let's go back. From second to hour, here is second. To hour, you are going up 2 steps. You are dividing by 60 and then dividing by another 60, which is small to big divided by. We are dividing by 60 and dividing by another 60. Okay, so now calculators. 6 divided by 1000 in numerator, denominator 1 divided by 60 divided by another 60, and ta-ta-ta, it is 21.6 kilometer per hour. Everything's okay? We use conversion of distance and area and volume in a topic we call it mensuration. And now we have strong foundation to start mensuration. Also, we use the units of measuring areas and volumes in a topic we name it similarity. Similarity like a model car and a normal car, or a huge statue and a small statue, and you are comparing, or a big vase and a smaller vase, and both are similar. We will use the word similarity and we'll use conversion in all these topics, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.